Hi everybody, welcome to today's Facebook Live. We are going to be demonstrating how to make mango chili wraps. If you can take a look, I've got all the ingredients right here, everything I'm going to be making. They're actually quite easy. I think that you'll find this really easy. So, but before we begin, let's talk about ingredients. So, we use, hi Michelle, hi Liz. We're going to be using collard leaves as the wrapper. Now, for some of you, this might be very scary, but I want to let you know that collards are the perfect wrapper for all lettuce wraps for two reasons. One, when you take the stem off, it's now a perfect little circle, similar to a tortilla, and they're sturdy. They're very thick, which is lovely because then I can stuff it with things, and then I can eat it, and it won't fall apart with the first bite. I can use it for the entire burrito, which is really nice. And if you have enough flavorful filling inside here, then the taste of the collard leaves just disappears. So the trick is to have a lot of good yummy stuff in here. If you're just putting like apples in here, maybe not enough flavor to overcome the collard leaf. For those of you who are super scared by collards, please, 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 please go out and get some and try it on your own. If you you could also use a regular tortilla if you're not raw vegan like me. If you want to take some of this recipe and make it a little less raw, you won't hurt my feelings. You will make me excited that you still made my recipe and just adjust it a little bit to your tastes. So your choice. All right, so we got a collard leaf, and you noticed I literally just snapped it off. I wasn't super careful. I didn't use a knife. I just ripped it off. Easy. All right, so then we're also gonna, I'm gonna cut some mangoes again today for you, so you can watch it. This time I'm not gonna talk you through it. You can just watch me cut mangoes. Cutting mangoes. Ooh, this one's super, super juicy. So I'm dicing these, or not dicing, I'm slicing them very thin slices because they're going to go into my wrap. Now I've got some thin sliced mangoes. Now I'm going to use my food processor to shred the rest of my vegetables. And I want to show you just how amazing this is to shred vegetables. This is gonna, I'm telling you, if you've never used this before, this is gonna blow your mind. This is my shortcut in so many ways. So first off, if you have a food processor, make sure it has a shredding blade. A blade that shreds finely. Some have like multiple shredding blades, so you can have thick shreds or thin shreds. Kind of cool. I only have one, which is perfectly fine. I love this one. So, shredding blade, check. And then the things I'm going to shred. Let's start with carrots. The recipe calls for 1 carrot, so I'm gonna just do 1 carrot. Now I'm cutting it. They're pretty long because I want them to go in lengthwise. Can you see that? I want them to go in lengthwise. So if I shred them this way, I get long shreds. If I put them in this way, I get little itty bitty shreds. So I went long shreds. So I put those in. Watch this. Ready? Done. And now we'll do, so it says zucchini, but I wanted some color, so I'm doing a yellow squash, which is perfectly fine. Any summer squash. If you love calabacita, which is Mexican gray squash, those can work too. Let's see how big this is. It's a little too big to cut it in half. Putting them in. Shredding them down. Done. Isn't that fun? All right, so now I've got my shreds. See all that shredded goodness? Took all of what, like 20 seconds? Ooh. And now this, I'm going to put into a container. Ooh, pretty colors. All right, I'm done with the food processor. That was easy. So I've got some shredded yellow squash and some shredded carrots. And then I'm going to slice my red bell pepper to be the same long shreds. It's called julienning. Can you see? Yes, you can see. So, if you notice, I've got red, orange, yellow, green. I don't have any blue, purple in this recipe. I love a very colorful wrap. In fact, I love colorful anything. The more colors you eat, the more of all the antioxidants you get in your body. So you want a lot of antioxidants. All right, shredding my red bell pepper. I can't put this in the food processor. It just turns into juice. So I'm just gonna cut them nice and thin. And if you look, I don't take off any of the light pink, the white part of the red bell pepper. It's still red bell pepper. It's still delicious. It may not look super pretty, but it's still good for you. And it's one less thing to take care of. All right, done with that. Now we get to make the sauce. How fast is this flying by? It's gonna be a short video. This is a really easy recipe. Okay, so in my Vitamix, if you have a Vitamix, wave your hands in the air. I can't see you, but I assume you're doing it. So, Vitamixes, yay! If you don't have a Vitamix, if you have a regular blender, if you spent less than $100 for your blender, you can still use it. Don't feel like you have to, ooh, I see hearts. Don't feel like you have to go out and buy a Vitamix. You will want one eventually, I'm telling you. If you do enough of this stuff, you're gonna really want a blender that kicks butt. But use whatever you've got. If you've got a Hamilton Beach, use it. If you've got a Cuisinart, use it. If you've got your Ninja, NutriBullet, you name it, use it. And enjoy it and love it. Yes, Gary, my husband, he has one too. It's this one right here. All right, so I'm running out of space on my cutting board. Let's cut another mango. This time, this is really fast. I'm just gonna open this mango, dump it in. Easy. Done. All right, so we've got a mango. We're gonna use some toasted sesame oil. Make sure it's toasted sesame oil and not just sesame oil. Makes a huge difference. And the toasted sesame seeds are really good. Now, for those of you going, Haley, that's not raw vegan, we're gonna use a teaspoon and it's delicious and I'm gonna love it. The rest of my food is all fruits and vegetables, so a little bit of sesame oil is not gonna hurt me. Just a teaspoon, just a little splash. We're going to use 2 tablespoons of Tamari. Tamari is just soy sauce that is gluten-free. So feel free to use any soy sauce you have on hands. If you have coconut aminos because you have a soy intolerance, feel free to use that too. I use the reduced sodium soy sauce because I still find it a little too salty. So this is the one that I use. So we're going to use 2 tablespoons. Now, for those of you who need exact measuring and my eyeballing tends to drive you a little crazy, just close your eyes. I'll be done soon. All right, and we're gonna do some honey. Raw local honey is what you want to get. Now, honestly, there's going to be raw honey at any grocery store or any farmer's market that is near you. So if you don't have raw honey now, go to a farmer's market sometime, whenever they're going on, wherever you are in the country, and go find some raw honey and local, something nearby. You support the little man. Right now I'm using Honey Hive Farms honey. He's a one-man beekeeper. He's got tons of honey. He's a great guy to go with. honeyhivefarms.com. I love to support him. And this one is an orange blossom honey. One of my favorites. So good. So you're going to use a couple tablespoons of this. Now, using honey makes me a bad vegan. So if you have a strict no animal products, no honey, even though they take care of their bees and love their bees, and if you don't want to do any of that, agave nectar is pretty interchangeable. So if you want to do 2 tablespoons of agave instead of 2 tablespoons of honey, you won't hurt my feelings. It's okay. You can totally do that. And for those of you who are tisking my use of honey, Kim asks where I get my Tamari from. Almost any grocery store will find it. I've actually found that Winco in the Valley is the cheapest for a lot of things, and they have great prices on Tamari. Sprouts carries it. Sometimes even Walmart carries it. So go find your Tamari. All right, so for those of you who have never seen a ginger root, it looks a little bit like this. I like to say it kind of looks like this in the store. You're gonna just go look for a hand, a claw. I've got a little one that I'm decimating slowly. So you just want a little snip of this. If you spent less than $100 for your blender, peel the skin off of the ginger. It's a pain in the butt, but you don't want that skin in there because you're gonna be picking it out of your mouth. So if you have Vitamix, it'll take care of it. So just a little bit. I like to tell people it's a 1/4 inch. Think of it as your pinky knuckle. It's a little bigger than my pinky knuckle. If you have really big hands, not quite as much. So just a little sliver, just a little sliver, right in. And let's see what's next. Oh, we've got some chili powder, hence mango chili wraps. So it says a teaspoon, but you know what? Play around with this one. See if a teaspoon's enough. See if you would like more than a teaspoon. If you love chili, do more. And chili's more of a seasoning than a spice. It doesn't have a very hot flavor to it usually. So I do chili and cayenne. Ooh. Now this is totally optional. If you want chili mango wraps that have the taste of chili without the heat of chili, then by all means stop. But if you want a little bit of heat, if you want a little bit of spice, if you want your metabolism to kick in, if you want your cardiovascular system to get a good workout, use a little cayenne pepper or jalapeno or whatever your spice of choice is. All right, so I'm gonna do a little bit. That's it. That is the entire sauce. I'm gonna blend it up. We're gonna be good. Here we go. I'm done. That's it. I'll pour it into a bowl. Now, my favorite way of storing sauces is not in a bowl. It's going to be good. So my favorite way of storing sauces is not in a bowl, although I'm using a bowl right now. You can find these little like ketchup squeezy bottles from the store that are empty and clean and brand new, and then store your sauces in a squeezy bottle. With a squeezy bottle, you can just like squeeze the sauce on stuff. It's phenomenally awesome. However, they're not the easiest to clean. So I'm pretty sure I just threw out the last 2 squeezy bottles that I had. So I need to go buy some more because they don't last super long. Although I've had mine for a couple years. But anyway, it's the easiest way to store your sauces and then to utilize your sauces. So here we have all the fixins. I've made the sauce, we've got shredded vegetables, and we've got the wrap. So let me assemble one for you, and you'll see the magic. here we go. We've got your tortilla. We're going to do some shredded vegetables. So I'll take a little bit of red and a little bit of this. Ooh, isn't it pretty so far? And then we're going to take some of these slices of mango. Super ripe. Oh, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And then I need a spoon. Get a little bit of this sauce. Drizzle that on top. I like to put my sauce in my wrap. Some people like to dip, so it's entirely up to you if you want to just leave it on the side and then dip it as you eat it, or if you want to put it inside. All right. Now the trick to making a good wrap is less is more. Less is more. The more you stuff it, the harder it is to eat, the harder it is to wrap. So just a little bit, and you're just gonna, if you've ever made a burrito before, you're just gonna wrap it up, like that. And give it a little slice, and voila. Mango chili wraps. Looks good, huh? That is it. I just made myself, honestly, enough food for about 10 of these, which is like 2 or 3 meals. So if you notice, I put them into reusable containers. I'm gonna put the lid on this, I'm gonna put it in my fridge. I'm gonna put the lid on this, I'm gonna put it in my fridge. These are going back in my fridge. And then they're ready for me when it's time to eat them. And then I can have them throughout the week. So now I have something in my fridge where I can go, ooh, I can't wait to eat those. Instead of going to the fridge and going, oh, I have to make food. So, hopefully you enjoyed the demonstration. Hopefully it wowed you in one way or another. Maybe it was the shredding of the vegetables. Maybe it was the cutting of the mango. Maybe it was my beautiful face. I don't know. Whatever you enjoyed about the demonstration, I would love to hear about it. And if you have any questions regarding the recipe or regarding where to find anything, please let me know. And I hope that you enjoyed watching me make mango chili wraps. They're really delicious. I'm gonna have to take just one bite. Here we go. Ooh, spicy. So good. So good. A little sweet, a little savory, spicy. Delicious, healthy, easy. That's what I'm all about. That is good. I know what I'm having for the next half an hour. So go out, go pick up some ingredients, go home, make these, enjoy them this weekend. And there's 5 other recipes this week that you could also use. And mangoes are pretty cheap right now. So go get some mangoes, go eat them, go improve your iron levels, your calcium levels. So many other ways that they help you. Go eat your health. And let me know when you do. Tag me in a picture. Send me a text, whatever you need to do. I love hearing about when you make my recipes or when you just are enjoying eating fruits and vegetables. So, without further ado, I thank you all for chiming in and watching me and participating, and I will see you for the next Facebook Live. Have a great weekend, guys. God bless you.